You're ready to go and go live.
Live arts. This themed presentation follows our first presentation in October around the theme captivity, and will be followed by a third presentation around the theme humanity. I want to introduce you. My name is Katelyn, and I want to introduce you to the co-curator of the series, Heidi Boisvert, who will tell you a little bit about where we come from and what we're doing.
Hi, somebody just cut in front of me. That was fun.
And because this is live, we'll have people arriving in a space. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. As Kat said, we're EdgeCut. We originally started in physical space, and we were exploring like the complex relationship to the digital, looking at the intersections of performance and technology. So how is performance kind of transforming by, biosensors, VR, all sorts of interactive types of components, robotics, and these sorts of things. But of course, when COVID happened, we had to kind of move online. And so we're now wonderfully partnering with Nowhere in this beautifully lush space, this 3D environment, to try to engage the community of artists that we first started working with. So I guess a few things.
And since I'm up, I'll just...
Ooh, that's better.
I know, right? I say fuck it. Throw them at the window. Thinking something about glass houses and bricks, but like on the inside of the house.
I say fuck it.
Okay, fuck it. Throw them at the wall.
See what sticks, if you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
You don't take sugar, do you? You don't have anything magic practice, do you? You don't even know how, do you? You don't really believe in solutions, do you? You don't check mail, do you? You don't worry about your ass, do you? You don't pay your taxes quarterly, do you? You don't use deodorant, do you? You don't have showers, do you? You don't keep the sheets, do you? You don't stay on grass, do you? You don't polish on no.
Just waiting for her to pull your file. Hey, Evo.
Dan moeten de andere 40 van jou van boven halen.
Pinto, what are we reading?
What's that? All right. Oh, now I'm inside.
Where'd Malena go?
I'm here. I'm here.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Wonderful.
Yes, I can.
Okay, Malena, did you amplify?
I did amplify. I didn't put the God mic.
I think
should
that's
I?
what we used yesterday. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
Heidi, I'm ready when you are. I don't hear you anymore. Hi, Heidi.
Hi. You'll have to put your nonagon back. Can you put your nonagon back with your back arrow?
Yeah. Yes. More?
And to your right or left? To the left?
I'll go into the
Or,
How do you?
so hard.
People keep getting.
Okay, we're ready. I don't know how to get you over to the left more of the screen. To your right, but to the left of the screen. Other direction, but with your whole nonagon.
Going to be 5 minutes and then going to
I don't know.
Okay.
If I
I
hear
guess
you
we
say
should just try it, I think, and we'll fix it for the next one.
good. I got a couple of messages about YouTube that there's no sound in YouTube, just to let you know. Can I go? Are you ready to hear my aria?
Yeah, I would love to.
Let's do it.
meiner Ruh zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruh. Ach, wie vergnügt so mein Enden, es liegt in deinen lieben Händen, mir die getreuen Augen zu. Ach, wie vergnügt wär so meine Enden, es liegt in deiner schönen Händen, mir die getreuen Augen zu. Bist du bei mir, nicht mit Freuden zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruh, zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruh.
Thank you.
Ese sonido como monitor.
So, can everyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, well, that was Malena Dayen singing a piece of opera with
So everyone
responsive.
can now exit the space, this room. You can come back to this anytime. You can exit by clicking on the button on the lower left, the symbol on the lower left, and you can go to the worry room where the next event is happening.
Welcome to Nowhere. I'm Robert Siegel. First, let's orient ourselves. Nowhere is about being present with others around.
Hi, Heidi.
Heidi. Heidi. Hi, Heidi.
Heidi, hi.
Heidi.
Oh, she's busy. She's running the show. So let's let her get back to work. All right.
Because we've announced that a few times. All right.
So thank you all for being here today. It's really great to see people like moving around in these little nanogons as you like seem like real people. So I don't know about you, but I am a little worried that Worries Dash won't work as well in the virtual realm as it does in real life. But this is closer to a real life experience than I come most days. And I'm really excited to see all of you mingling, to hear a little bit of chatter. And that's really awesome. So just to note that you can record a worry at worries.io for it to enter the mix of our Worries archive.
I'm worried about what happens to people being isolated in the pandemic for so long. Worry, to allow one's mind to dwell on difficulty or troubles, tear at, gnaw on, or drag around with teeth, a state of anxiety and uncertainty over actual or potential problems. The search for worry peaked in Google Trends searches the day after the 2016 US election, and we started collecting worries from people. In spite of the relief of our recent win near save, I'm worried about the state of our democracy.
What do worries look like? Do they grow or branch off into multiple worries? Are they like a rain cloud, a drizzle, a downpour? Or are they both a heavy cloud and a growing amalgamation? When do we feel compelled to hide our anxieties? How can we find ways to share them, release them? Are there specific anxieties that many of us share? We can celebrate our shared experiences. The act of hitting, tapping, and listening can be cathartic, a relief. As COVID cases continue to rise in the US, I'm worried about how many people are sick and dying, risking their lives. I'm worried my shy niece is missing out on crucial social development amid the pandemic. I'm worried about what is lost when we can't come together in real life to eat cake, break piñatas, to share in both celebration and hardship. This is a catastrophe case, a visualization of COVID cases by month in the US. I'm worried that human extinction might be what's best for the Earth. I'm worried about how warm it is, though I love hot weather. I'm worried I don't know how to give up privilege, to share privilege.
What if we trained machines to worry for us?
Next is about my future. I want to be happy with my life. I want to be a good person that will be happy with my future. I want to be able to live in a good lifestyle. I want to be a good person that will live well with my future. I want to be happy with my job. Russia will hack elections. We will destroy the country. 2017 will be worse than 2017.
Could they let us defamiliarize our own worries and familiarize the worries of others? If we bare our souls to the machines, don't we risk them doing the same to us?
I'm worried about my car paying old, which many debt and we're falling behind. Financial, 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 financial. I'm worried about my life. I'm worried that people are huge rocks and I won't know how she's enough for my career, erections. I worry about my father planting.
Cocoons are meant to nurture and bring to life a site of growth which can be painful but transformative, and eventually must break open and release for their contents to live and thrive. There are some environments where it feels taboo to express your anxieties. Can we help bear the worry burden collectively?
These sculptures are inspired by piñatas. It's so freeing to pour love and time into something that will be destroyed through a collective act of sharing. There is an excitement, tension, and energy around the object due to its upcoming decimation. Working together to crack it open and move forward. I'm worried I'm not as balanced as this toad. I'm worried my anxieties will consume me. So we have invited you here today to share your worries, listen to your worries, and collectively release them. So first, we'd like to start by getting as close together to one another as possible so that we can all hear each other. I'm actually going to turn off my proximity mic for now so that I can hopefully be a little closer to you and see if we can actually all hear one another. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Great. So many of you may have recorded a worry on the way in at worries.io, which will be part of our ever-growing archive of worries, and we will be posting, sorry, I'm getting a little bit of echo on my end, which we will be bashing shortly. But first, we'd like to take some time to hear what you are worried about here in this space, where we can see each other face to face, which is really something we aren't doing as much these days, at least in these physical forms. So I'm hoping you won't mind and you'll be comfortable when you're ready, just speaking a worry, whatever comes to mind.
I worry about the future of live performance.
Indeed.
Yeah, a good one.
I worry about my neighbors.
We're lucky to have you worrying about them.
Like any good host, I worry about people actually enjoying themselves while they're here.
We are.
Phew.
Phew.
I'm worried that I look dopey on my monitor here.
Oh, you don't. But appreciate you sharing that.
Hello, yes, I'm Corin Little, and oh. I worry about how public space is going to be impacted by people living indoors, and how poverty is going to exacerbate violence, particularly in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried about inequality becoming very ingrained.
Anyone else have a worry they'd like to share before we move on? Well, thank you for that. If you want to give instructions for this.
Yeah, so for our next phase, we're going to be activating the infinite Worries Bash sculpture here that you see on the screens. And we've set up a special version that can be activated. Originally, it was by tapping the screen or hitting the space bar. Then it became motion activated in the touchless installation in Boston. And for this, we have a very special version that's actually activated by motion and sound so that it can be activated by you all. So what we're going to do is we're going to have each of you that once they hit the sculpture with the stick, actually count off to 3, and on 4, yell and move and create motion in your nanogon, which could be done easily by moving your fist forward or moving your hand forward as if you're hitting the sculpture with a stick. But it's the movement is not enough. You also have to make a loud noise.
I'm going to face you, and I'm going to do it. Yeah!
I'm worried I won't be able to stop drinking.
Counting down will be even easier. Did you all hear that?
Yes.
Nice. So that was good, but it was also, if you want to do it without the countdown, that's great, but the countdown will help. Count to 3, and on the 4th, do it. So we'll do it one at a time. But we also have to, because of how this is set up, it has to be visible in my view. I think I can see everyone.
Yeah.
And what happens when you hit it is that you'll hear one of the worries from the recorded archive play back, as well as transcribed onto the cloud writing as well. And when we go through everyone, we'll be able to release the worries. That's what we want to get to, is we're bearing the weight of the worries collectively, and we're reaching for a collective discharge so that we can release the worries and be free of them even for a little while. So who would like to go first?
Oh, everyone's so shy.
So we'd love to go one person at a time.
I'll go. Do you mind explaining again how we actually did it?
Yeah, so what you have to do is, as long as I see you here in this view, it can be captured through my camera. You count 1, 2, 3, go! This is a worry recorded by a dog. Yeah, go for it if you want to hit one.
1, 2, 3, go.
I worry that my children will live in a world that is no longer guided by principles of love and justice. I worry that my children's homes will be underwater.
Okay.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, go.
I am worried about my parents' future.
Wow.
It seems to be picking it up well when you do it like at that level. That was good.
One, 2, 3, go.
I'm worried that I can't handle losing privilege.
One, 2, 3, go.
I worry that I'm not good enough. I worry that I don't make enough money. I worry that I won't find a job that I like. I worry that I'm not a good parent. I worry about my kids all the time. I worry that my marriage is going to fail. I worry about keeping the house clean. I worry about what to cook for dinner tonight. I worry about getting a new car. I worry about being successful. I worry about how I'll feel about myself at the end of my life.
You can go one more. No, you go. 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm worried that I'm never gonna have sex again.
Wow.
Pandemic appropriate.
1, 2, 3, boom.
One of my dogs is sick and I'm kind of worried about her. I need to find a reputable house painter to work on my house. It's raining and I would like it to stop raining so I could do some things outside. I need to call the plumber to get the kitchen faucets fixed or replaced.
Didn't realize that one had not finished. I know we're nearing the end here. Maybe we can do some hits together as a group. I'll count down, and if everybody can all at once.
Mainly, I'm just worried about the dog. I mentioned that before.
I didn't realize it was still going. I think she might really be done now. So I'm going to count to 3, and if everyone can make a noise at the same time, that would be awesome. 1, 2, 3. Boom!
Oh. Worried about my work target.
I think we can do better than that. Let's do one more.
How is the latency on that? Is it hitting? Does it make sense when it hits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So the latency can vary across, so that's good.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Boom!
My home life, my love life, my friends' lives, and my own house.
All right, I think just one more.
The release.
The release.
1, 2, 3. Boom!
Is there no worry in that one?
The release will be silent to show the. Yeah. Then of course it reassembles itself, but that is a whole new round.
Wonderful. So, just having trouble maneuvering here.
Did you want us to take down that back screen?
Yeah, should we disable the image? Or do you want to take over the screen or no?
No, just wanted to wrap up here by just having you all, you both, chat with the audience, and if they want to ask you any questions about your process, about how this particular piece fits into the larger body of work, or even if you just want to talk about the idea of sanity.
Yeah.
And audience, please feel free to ask our artists whatever you like.
I think there was, that this kind of ritual was always very embodied and participatory. So one of the ways to keep or to develop some sanity was to find a way to build some kind of connection and create a social participatory opportunity despite the pandemic. So to work on a virtual version of this interactive piece was a great opportunity to do that.
Hmm. It's interesting because I'm seeing the idea of ritual emerge in several of our pieces today. I don't know that we necessarily, correlated the idea of sanity and ritual together, but it does seem to be what others are also reaching for, the possibility of doing something repeatedly and perhaps creating meaning out of that.
Yeah.
I wanted to, since our audience was so receptive to this piece, I just wanted to ask, do you all have any thoughts about participating in this worry bashing and being here in this space?
Well, for me, it was a bit of a relief that I could look at other people's worries and not only my own. So thank you. And yeah, sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. That's also funny to see. Yeah. And indeed, we miss the physicality, but on the other hand, it's nice to be part of it as a group. Yeah.
I think you brought up such a beautiful point about the idea of people's worries being both small and big, and that scale is so poignant that people have small worries about their everyday lives, and then also these giant worries for humanity.
I also think it's an important part of it to us too is the act of listening, just absorbing what other people are saying and how important that is to like sharing and understanding one another, but also understanding ourselves in the context of this, larger.
And we are very interested in how these different worries overlap between different people and where they are unique, because there's been a lot of overlap in the archive, and we've been looking at different ways to analyze the worries archive and to find common threads, because they are, the worries, there are a lot of places where you can't really share worries openly. And when I see how much overlap there is between different people's worries, sometimes that really encourages me to be more open about them, which is, I think, is a good thing.
Yeah.
I think health is actually a nice example of that too. Like, in the work environment, like it's often feels dangerous to talk about issues that have to do with health or healthcare, and to think about how like the archive has a lot of worries that happen to that subject, and to think about how much of that is not being talked about and what the cultural ramifications of that are is interesting as well.
Yeah. But also there's this like very natural tendency to want to peer into other people's private lives, and what you're allowing us to do is to have this anonymous portal into somebody's private thoughts, which is always so fascinating. That never stops being fascinating, actually.
It's true.
Meeting Tom.
You know?
Yeah, we're all being kind of trained to perform ourselves, right, in this highly mediated space, and to have that anonymous portal, and then also like an experience like this where you can hear the giggles, right? Like so often in video, folks mute themselves when they're not speaking. And so it was really connecting, really, just to hear people giggling behind my ear when they heard a worry that I connected with, and I guess they did too.
That's lovely.
That feedback is so important.
Yes. And I'm also curious if just circling around like this, I recognize a handful of faces, but I don't know everyone. And I feel like, how does it feel to be in a space like this with very different folks who maybe you don't know?
Yeah, it's definitely a change from everyone. In this case, everyone has still their own context around them, but that we are in the same virtual space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's really nice too. Like, I mean, also a lot of VR environments, you are an avatar and we don't see video of you, so that this space that I can actually see the like expressions on people's faces along with having the spatial sound, the possibility to mingle is really exciting. That doesn't happen in so many virtual platforms.
And when we're in a place together, we have all these invisible things about us that bring in the context. For example, our microbiome, our bacteria that we're bringing from our environment. We can't share bacteria in this environment, but when we show our context in the nanogon, the space around us, even the lighting that's hitting our face, that's produced by the environment we're in, that is a bit of like bringing our metabiome in a little bit. It's a simulation.
I'm being told to position myself differently, so that's why you see me darting in and out, trying to figure out where I should go.
So it's, I know it's 2 o'clock, but are you needing to move on to the next?
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Okay. So we're good to go. So just a general announcement for everyone. We have another show starting soon-ish, in the next 15 minutes, in the transformation room. You're welcome to head there. You're welcome to linger here with Katelyn and Misha. You're welcome to also stop by again in the growth room where you were, and with this beautiful forest. And if you have not heard Malena give her beautiful operatic aria, she will be doing that again soon, in the next few minutes, and then again at 3 o'clock. And we thank you for sharing this space with us. And I hope you stick around for more delights. Also, the next 2 performances are going to be also participatory, so we hope you do take part, but both of those performances will be doing some innovative things with giving you the ability to amplify yourself like this. And to move around more in the space. So come hang out with us. And thank you to Katelyn and Misha for this beautiful worry dash.
Thank you. Thank you all for sharing worries. And we do want to mention that you can also go to if you go to worries.io/bash, you can bash worries on your own there. And you can listen for maybe one of yours. But if you recorded one on the website earlier, you might hear one of yours playing in there as well.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you both. So I'm going to head out to the other rooms. And, but yes, feel free to hang out, move around, discover delights. Some people.
Hey, Carol. Is that
Yeah.
Carol?
Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah, you had a white screen the whole time, a blank screen. Now I see you.
Well, it's a mystery to me, but I finally see people in those orbs.
It could be, it's still a little buggy because this is a new system. And I think I'm sitting underneath someone's nonagon. That's hilarious.
Oh, are these units called nonagons?
Yeah, we're inside of nonagon. So each of us are in the nonagon. And you can, I actually wandered all the way past the woods and look back into this little island of tree. It's kind of cool. And I find the best thing to do in here to have private conversations. Hi. Hi, Randall.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well. Where are you? Oh, the video's starting. Okay. There's Katelyn and Paul's video starting behind you. You spin around.
Great. I feel so heard. Well, that's because I hear you. I'm keenly aware of every package entering my space. Mostly small squares. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? Many small squares. Many making up this square, this space, this package. I am a whole package. I am a whole package. We am the whole package. And this package is the whole package. A whole package. A whole bunch of small squares. Many small squares. Many, many small squares. So many, many small squares. Many, so many, so many, many squares. You're just the only one I have. Beside a lover's exclamation, you're just the only one I have around for scale. I live for these little packages. I'm just so glad people are ringing my bell to bring me better lighting, stronger coffee, local honey, more durable indoor plants, more perks, nut milks, frozen smoothies, pet supplies, high food dispensers, posters, things for my windows, things for my walls, lunch from time to time, lovely blanks to wear out one day, but nights around the home. Occasional impulse purchases. Oh yeah, that's sweet of you to notice. I forget sometimes. How could you not? I forget forget all the little packages. I forgot this little package. And I forgot this little package. This package is a whole bunch. This package is a whole 6 or 7. This package is dated like a tragedy. This package is... I said this package is dated like... Hold out your hand. No, I don't have anything for you. Just wanted to check if you heard me.
You don't take sugar, do you? You don't have a good meditation practice, do you? You don't need a hug, do you?
Clears rotating constellation. My body embodying one location. Beside a lover's exclamation. You're just the only one I have around for scale.
And since I'm up, I'll just...
Ooh, that's better.
I know, right? I say fuck it. Throw them at the window. Thinking something about glass houses and bricks, but like on the inside of the house.
I say fuck it.
Okay, fuck it. Throw them at the wall.
See what sticks, if you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
These freaks
You don't take sugar, do you?
you don't have a good meditation practice, do you? You don't need a hug, do you? You don't really believe in sessions, do you?
You don't check mail, do you? You don't worry about your ass, do you?
You don't pay your taxes quarterly, do you?
You don't use deodorant, do you?
You don't print your shelves, do you?
You don't keep receipts, do you? You don't stay around your ass, do you?
You don't publish.
Should be able to say a little bit of that.
Je was gewoon een computerscherm.
Huh?
Dat is een computerscherm.
Okay.
Katelyn, Halpern, or Halpern? Halpern, Als dat ding is weer dat
Alsof ze er echt zijn. We gaan even naar iemand kijken.
If you're having any audio or video
¿Eso pudiste conseguir? ¿No?
Bist du bei mir, bin ich mit Freude zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe, zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe. Bist du bei mir, ich mit Freude zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe, zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe. Bist du bei mir, ich mit Freude zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe, zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe. Ach, wie vergnügt, also mein Enden ist rügt meine lieben Händen, wie die getreuen Augen zu. Ach, wie vergnügt, so mein ist rügt meiner lieben Händen, wie die getreuen Augen zu. Bist du bei mir, ich mit Freude zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe, zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe.
Hi, everyone. If you're here for the transformation room, you can exit the space by clicking on the icon on the lower left side of the screen, the exit button, and you can go to the transformation room. And you can come back to the space anytime.
button if you see it.
Caves, you mean? Or right, that like kind of empty vacuum that just sound gets absorbed into. Hmm. Now they're gone. Yeah, it took me a while to get it. Do you know if the sound comes from the wind or just the space, the vacant space? Oh wow. Mm. See. Mm. I like waking up to trees and birds. Uh, Recently, this year I was sleeping in a garden, and it was nice to wake up to the hummingbirds. It's really nice. Um, those are nice. So the way this works is we'll talk about this stuff, things, how things start trickling out. We start exploring this idea. You share, I take that input, and I know it drives me somewhere else, and then it allows you to follow me there too. Um, but so we don't get locked into actual conversation, which this is going to happen anyway. We're going to change it and add another question, and hopefully people are going to start coming up, and then their involvement's going to come through as well. Or maybe we might send one person out, because I want it to be a little more fluid, but I think they're kind of making sure there's not too many people up here, so maybe we'll just keep rotating. We'll see how it goes. But okay, what would be the first color you want to see when you wake up? Did you get that one? Oh, you didn't hear me. I said, what would be the first color you would like to see when you wake up in this place? Hi, welcome. Come in the conversation. So a question was asked. Where would you like? What would be the first color you would like to see when you wake up? Anyone could go ahead and answer. Well, I'm asking everyone. Yes, go ahead. Blue. What kind of? How deep the blue? Maybe I think I might have lost you. Yeah, I said how deep the blue. Yes. Deep water, like like uh like a soft baby blue, or like a deep um navy blue. Here's another one. What's the smell that prevents you from concentrating? Would you like to answer? Please repeat that again. I'm not sure you're hearing me. That's okay. Um, Detergent. Oh, good. Yes.
So they got a bunch more people all down there. There's a bunch more people down there. So just keep track of them.
Good. Okay. Let's rotate. Let's see maybe if you wanna choose to go down, and then send some people up as well. You're welcome. Nice to meet you. And there should be an arrow somewhere. There's another similar symbol that you should be able to click on. Let me make sure I'm not covering it. Let me switch. Hello, I'm behind you here. I've switched locations. If you could come face me, please. If you're on the tower. Hello, is anyone else there? Hello, I'm right up here in the tower with you. If you want to come have a small conversation with me. I might be right behind you there. If you're in the tower, I'm right behind you. You might have to grab the window with your mouse and rotate yourself. Yeah, here we are. I'm right here. I don't know if you see me. Okay. Oh, if you could send some more people up, please. I don't know if my audio is working so well. Chris, can you hear me in there?
I can hear you guys faintly.
But can you hear me at all?
Yeah, you?
Hello. If you could send some more people up, and whoever's on the tower, go down. if you could send some more people up, and the people on the tower, if you could find the other triangle or pyramid and find your way down. Okay. Seems like there is a little trouble with my mic.
So, do you want to just start?
Sure, we could do that.
They said we have you now, Feather.
Yeah, so.
So, if anyone can hear me, I'm having a little trouble with audio out of nowhere. But if you haven't made it up to the tower to speak to Josie, feel free to do so.
I'm just gonna go back. I'm just gonna go downstairs.
Do you see the chat? She said there's 5 folks waiting for you now on the tower.
Yeah, I know.
I think Josie may not be able to hear us, so he may be going right back downstairs and back. Are you hearing us, Josie? Okay. Yes, I think he's coming right back up because he was having mic connection issues and wants to make sure that he can speak with you. Interactive art. It's all about the exploration and and the discovery at the end of the day. And I believe Josie is going to be back with us in just a second. He is testing out a bit of a mic configuration challenge on his end. And thank you so much. As we these amazing artists are creating is a bit of an interactive visual and musical journey based on your input. So being able to speak with you is really important to the experience.
We're going to begin.
That's some good ambient there. You can leave it playing. Hello, thank you. Thank you for meeting us in this experimental grounds.
Jesse, yeah, you could. Everyone's kind of looking at this screen, so you could look at here if you want.
Okay. I got knocked out, so
You know what?
I'm not in no space.
Oh, okay.
But
So you could address this camera then, right?
so thanks again. Thank you so much. I hope this was an interesting experience for you.
Do you want to listen with this?
Sure.
Sure, you just aim the camera.
Hello. I got knocked out of no space, but I'm still here. Nowhere, sorry. Nowhere space. That was this here. And we are station. Hello. This is both of us. We'll figure out the video in a minute, but yeah, I was gone. I got knocked out, but still here. Do you see us now? Hello. Almost there.
You don't hear us on the main part of the room. Oh, you got me. Okay.
If you want to go ahead and speak for a second, I'm just going to record a little second for you.
Okay. Okay, great. So both should be going on now.
Yes, we hear both. You are loud and clear in your nonagon.
I heard, but I'm not staff.
Yeah, you're allowed to stay.
Ja, ze gaan nu zo'n beetje.
I could. Are they doing multiple rounds of this, or is it just like a one?
Ja, waar je net was. Waar je net was.
I'm not
Okay.
sure. It just sounds like they think they might.
Yeah, so we're just worried about from a technical point of view, the maximum room capacity. Things start to get very glitchy if we have more than a certain number of people. So up to you. We're not kicking anyone out, but
Yeah, I'll watch the live stream for this one. I'll see you back.
Zo wat er heen, niet goed. Even een snietje. Vraag van eenmaal. Of je een...
okay, so as people are trickling in,
Hey, de performance gaat zo beginnen. Het lijkt dat ene PlayStation wordt niet goed. Zou jij uit de keuken heel snel even naar beneden kunnen rennen?
Computeroplader.
Een oplader. Die hebben we hier nodig in de studio.
Oh, I was just going to say the opera just finished in the other room.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
No, I was talking to Janet there. I'm like, Janet was fun talking to Janet Wong.
Yeah. She's wonderful, and we were very delighted that we could host an entire room.
She's great, yeah.
So let's see where we are.
Oh, je hebt er een. Oké. Oké, dankjewel.
All right, so I'm gonna get.
You do realize everybody's hearing you.
Yes. Okay, so I'm making myself big just for a minute, just to have everyone hear me for a minute. Welcome. We have a very full room right now, so please bear with us if we have technical issues. I'm hearing myself double, but hopefully that's not true of everyone. We will start with Karen and Hermen performance. They will speak more about what they would like me to do, but I just want to identify a couple of people in the audience, Natalia and Maritzka and who was the third person? Emer, yes. So if you are around,
so it's working now.
we hopefully you have your sound
everybody's little pods.
ready.
Then you can go around and talk to people or watch the performance or whatever.
Okay, wonderful. So Karen and Hermen, I think you can start telling us what you would like for us to do.
You've seen it before.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
are you Kat? I don't see you anymore. Do you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Oh.
I think I'm near the screen.
Can you hear us?
Ah.
Okay.
Oh, is there not a screen? Oh, we need a screen.
I don't.
We need a screen.
Yeah, there should be a screen, or is the screen only up? You were something. You had something in mind.
Oh, not yet. Okay. Well, I'm where I think the screen will be.
Okay. We'll stand we stand next to you.
Okay, wonderful. And
Okay.
yes, you can tell everyone what you would like for them to do and how can we participate here.
Yes. Well, we first would like to mention that we are very happy to be here in Nowhere, and very excited. So I will shortly tell you what our plan is, and
we're very happy to have you here and to experiment together. So, Hermen and I, since 2014, we explore a global kiss experience. Now, can everybody hear us? I'm just not sure. Can you just maybe wave your hand to let me know that you can hear me?
Okay.
Yes? Yeah, that's great. Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. So,
there's a screen.
and there's the screen.
Here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Now you can go back to the. So since 2014, we explore to share a global kiss experience. Maybe participate in each other's kisses. So worldwide, we created performances for intimate kissing. We invite people to kiss, and while they kiss, their intimate brain activities are measured with a brain-computer interface, an EEG device, and real-time translated through an algorithm into a visualization that you see on the big screen, which is real-time, and a soundscape. And the soundscape can be shared. Now, many people have participated in this in Europe, China, Korea, and USA, and everywhere it's different, of course. And after each kiss, we discuss the experience. We create new stories of feeling intimate, of how we feel together. So today, for the first time, it's a premiere to have this intimate kiss in a virtual space. So today, we are not inviting participants to kiss, we will kiss. And we will ask you to participate with your heartbeat in our kiss. And to this purpose, we have asked a few people here. I think it's Imar, Maritska, there's someone more, and some have a heartbeat sent home. So they have a heartbeat at home from us. We selected a few heartbeats, and they have our heartbeats, and they can add it to our kiss. So we are so curious to know, does this actually create a shared heartbeat? If we share our brain activities of kissing with you, and you share your heartbeat sounds with us, and we create a symphony of heartbeat and kissing, how does this feel in the future? So not here. We're going to kiss in the clouds. Is that right, Kat? Kat? Okay, so we're going to kiss in the clouds, and a few of us at a time go there. So maybe we go there 2 or 3 times, and we kiss every time. And a few of them have heartbeats and can add to it and play the level of the heartbeat harder and softer, or not at all the time, and come closer and feel how this heartbeat adds to our kiss, and how does this make us feel kissing together. Okay, and after that, we are very curious how it felt for you. Please tell us later, we ask you. Okay, and I now look to Kat, and can you please bring us to the clouds? Then once we are there, we will not speak anymore. You can come, and once we are in the clouds, Hermen and I will be together, and we look at each other, we wave at you, we look at each other, and we wait a little bit, we concentrate, and then we will start kissing. And then we kiss, and you will hear real-time sound, and see this in the EEG data visualization. And when we end this kissing, we keep our eyes closed to memorize how it feels. Please memorize with us how it felt for you. And then Kat will take you down again, and others will go up. And we do this 2 or 3 times. Okay, so if you want to see it 2 times, just follow Kat. Okay.
Okay. Who would like to join me up in the clouds? Okay. So we're gonna have
I'm doing it.
I've amplified Mark. Maybe Heidi can amplify a
Okay.
couple more people.
Dat is het voordeel dat we daar nu kunnen zien wat er op beeld komt.
Ja.
Ah.
Dus
There is,
als ze komen, zit hij op.
Okay. Yeah. So are you all there?
Yes.
Okay. En dan moeten we de hartbeat wachten of niet? Okay. Dan ben ik even aan. Dan kan het geluid doorgaan. Want er is een beeld van. Moet ik hem hier dan uitzetten?
Ja, maar dat niet doen.
Okay. So what is the next step? Gewoon maar 1 heartbeat. Oké. Ja, zijn filmt ons. Oké, we kunnen nog een keer gaan. Oké. Zo. Okay, so shall we do the next round?
Ja.
Okay. Dan moet je met de gewoon zien. Dat je een beetje in beeld houden. Hè? Dan komt er weer een nieuwe heartbeat. Moeten we nog een keer? Wacht, wat doe je? Wat doe je? Wat doe je?
Ik wilde een screenshot maken.
Nee, hij neemt alles op. Alles wordt opgenomen. Ja, die komt ook. Nee, laat het. Het is gewoon goed. So, Kat, shall we do another round, or what is the best plan?
One more round, and then we can.
Iets deze kant op. Ja, moet snelheid doen.
Nu another round? Everybody there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You put on the headphone. Ik kan niet spreken in mijn beeld zijn vanuit.
Shall we go downstairs?
Yes.
How?
Oké. Wat Mike? Nee, ik moet, hoe ga ik naar beneden? How do I go down? Zie je, dit is proximity. Dit is gold, Mike. Die wil ik niet.
We zijn al.
Are we down?
We willen eigenlijk wel in de cloud.
Let me check where the screen is.
Screen.
I see there on the left behind it. It's, yeah. Okay. So we have some questions prepared for you, actually.
Kijk of iedereen er is. So,
is everybody still there?
Could you come a little closer to us?
Yes, we're definitely still here.
Can you, we would actually prefer if you would make a large circle.
Did you see each other?
But you also see each other.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I don't
would
know.
you like to? Would you like to be the same size as us?
Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe.
Okay. Shall we bring it? Okay, there we go. So we'll come closer to you.
Yeah.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
Where's Emer? I think she's. And Maritska. I think. Are they still there? Oh yeah, there's Kit.
Yes. We're here with you.
Yes.
Okay.
So, did you feel part of our kiss? Is that a good question? So,
what was the visual component?
Our brainwaves
of
kissing were
yeah.
translated into the tickling sound, and you could see the brainwaves on the screen.
Okay, great, because the screen behind you is different now, and I thought, oh, I missed.
Yeah, now it's different. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
That was during the kiss. Yeah. Yeah.
So how did you feel like? Yeah.
Yeah. Did it make you feel more proximate, or did you identify with it?
Ah, okay. So did you have a heartbeat, or did you hear the heartbeat of someone else?
I heard the heartbeat of someone else, I think, and I was extremely happy to hear the heartbeat of someone else.
Yeah. Why was that, you think?
For so many reasons. I've been really thinking a lot for the last 2 years about the power of a second heartbeat.
And having a second life as well, or
so
I enjoyed the fact that it sort of drowned out everything else, and it forced me to focus on just this very familiar sound of that we all have in ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you say this again?
So it felt like something that's bodily from you, or
yes. Even though I was one of the people playing the heartbeat, but I enjoyed the fact that the sound drowned out everything else. You know, all the other rustles of everyone around, and I enjoyed that there was this very strong sound thing that forced me to pay attention only to that sound.
Okay.
I think it also made me more aware of my own heartbeat.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, how is for you the kiss? Was it related to the heartbeat? Did it combine? Did it interfere with each other? Or could we not have been kissing and just listening hard?
Yeah,
For me, it was related.
Yeah, I was relating to the sensuality between the two of you and how that affected the visuals of the sound on the screen. So there was a correlation there between the movement of the spiral sound and how you were interacting with each other.
So for you, it was visual, very visual, rather than sound. Is that what you say?
The sound, well, I'm a visual person anyway, so it was a visual, but I was the sound was accentuating. I was interested in your embodied experience between the two of you and how that was impacting the sound and the visualization on the screen of the sound. So, you know, I was like forming those connections.
Yes. And how did you feel? Did you feel it influenced, and how?
Yes, it changed the it changed the shape of the spiral.
Yeah.
And the kind of beat, which was quite interesting.
I see. Yes.
That's nice. And were you still aware of all the other people watching? Or did you forget?
Yeah, I was moved into the clouds with you for the first experience. And so in that experience, I was very much focused on you both and the visual and the visuals and the sound. And it sounded like rain. It sounded like water.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
water,
then I moved, I was descended, but it didn't really, I didn't experience an altered experience when I was descended from the clouds. So the experience.
You could still see us.
Yeah. The first experience, I hear the heartbeat, and then I felt a little estranged because you were not embodied there. But then the second time, then the heartbeat, and also the third time, I felt like kissing together. I felt like suddenly it opened up. So for me, it really became embodied. Yes, but without fear of who is this other person or anything. It was just a kind of collectivity. Very strong. How is this for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The heartbeat made that really strong in the presence while we were kissing.
Yeah, you had the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we could compare.
Yeah.
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 I think that I was unprepared for how intimate it was to watch you kissing. I think I was fairly, I think any sort of virtual experience, I'm always wary that it's going to feel maybe disconnected. So then watching you actually have this connection in front of me was like more emotional than I really expected it to be.
Yes, I could see this on your face.
but also it's not only the kissing, but also how you are looking then at each other as you're kind of lingering with the kiss.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
as you're
Yeah. I understand. I always love to see people kissing. So I really feel.
There's an echo all of a sudden.
Yeah, I heard it too. But
so did you feel? Kat, you saw it 3 times, so you could compare the first and the second, and the third time, and the second and the third time, the heartbeat was more there.
Yes, I actually preferred the first. Or maybe it was just that the experience took me by surprise the first time, and so I was more involved in the entire experience. So I don't know if it's because of the quality of the heartbeat or because of just that first time.
Right. Ima, can you say something? Did you feel part of that?
You kissed first,
in 2014.
if you're able to put on your headphones, I think it will help with the sound a little bit. We're having some crackling.
Someone's here, so it's not us. Someone is without headphones.
I also have headphones on. Is it me?
Now it's better.
Much better, yes.
A little bit better, yeah.
Oh dear. I just became really quiet from it, like meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so normally we would also have an artist contact, so I just wanted to leave some space for the audience to ask you some questions about your own process as artists and how you already explained a bit about that piece, but maybe one question is, you know, what drew you to kissing? Why?
Yeah, since the sound is difficult, we have to.
Can you hear us? Or does the echo? Is there an echo for you? Because there's a big echo.
Yeah, there's a big echo when you talk.
Yeah, there is actually, like your sound is not good, but I'm not sure.
Maybe we have to do. Maybe we exchange.
No, it's okay.
What can it be? So it should be.
No, it's better.
Or we can put it closer.
Better.
Maybe that helps.
It's better now.
Does this work for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds
works
quite good.
better.
Yeah, that
Oh,
sounds really
Okay.
good.
For us, the echo is still there, but if it's gone for you, then it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's gone for us.
Okay.
So you wanted to ask some questions, Kat? Is this what you mentioned?
Explain about the history of the work. And
okay.
Well,
Yeah.
you already explained a bit about how you have done this work and multiple contexts.
Yeah.
I think mostly I was curious, you know, how did you come to kissing as the object of your study and your body of work?
Well, the context of kissing has to do with sanity. Can you hear us? No?
There's crackling.
Reverb.
So, you know, right now there's the pandemic and people cannot get close. But of course, question of getting close and touch is already for a long time an issue. Increasingly people live alone, don't touch, reach each other increasingly through social media. Technology is developed as machine intelligence and efficiency. But less experience, in fact, more sensorial touch, like the effective We are in an overwhelming sound experience here.
Yeah, we are.
Me too. Yeah. Yeah.
And now it's better.
Okay.
This is better. So this
Now there's
to actually.
I'm getting I'm getting a signal. We think the sound will be better
What if we
should all meet in the growth room.
Okay.
Can we all meet in the growth room?
Let's do that. Where do we find it?
So exit.
Yeah.
And when you get to the main venue, click on growth room.
Growth room. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We'll meet you
And we'll
there.
see you all there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. I'll put myself next to you. Behind us.
I've been on leave three semesters, so I haven't had my teaching remote yet. I'll let you know
Karen and Hermen, can you put on headphones? Oh, you have them, okay.
If we're having an intimate conversation, can I ask you a question? Go for it. Do you think everybody can hear? We can move away.
There's other people talking too. Can you hear it? There's a lot of conversations going on at the same time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we want to rethink this experience of effective connection and use technology, reorchestrate it to see if we can make participatory touch in the public space through technology, through new connections with technology and nature as co-actors. And we feel in this way we can find new ways to connect our bodies and also to create new stories and imaginations on touch and feeling touched. And your next question, like, then why kissing, is that we started this project in China, actually. We went there for a project to shake hands. We wanted to telematically shake hands, like do this and then telematically. And it didn't work. We didn't work the way we wanted it. And they offered us to go to the neuroengineering department and try to do the handshake there. And then we didn't feel it worked either. And then we thought, but maybe the kissing works with the EEG. And since we're partners, we could just easily test. And then this really worked. And then we went from there. And we developed it first in the Netherlands and asked people to react to that. And then they asked the actual people to kiss themselves. Are they going to kiss or not? You know, but then people lined up to kiss. And then we made a whole iterative process because we felt that it was a really touching people. And so then in Vienna, there was the
digital synesthesia group.
Yes. And with them, we made the next step into a spatial data visualization in the circle and translated to a soundscape, because if people kiss, they close their eyes, so they don't see their visualization while spectators around do. And then through sound, they could share it as a shared neurofeedback system, both the kissers and the spectators. And so then the next iteration, the big one, I think, was for
First electronica for kissing data.
Yeah, we did this there is the EMA, the European Media Archive, very nice. And we then made the step to also give the spectators an EEG headset. And to also measure their response to seeing being kissed. And the mirror touch response, and make this part of the visualization and the sound. And this and once then we traveled to China and to Korea, the whole project got this element of inclusiveness, because in Korea, for example, people don't kiss in public space, like Europe is more easy. And so then we introduced that people could also caress each other's faces with their eyes closed, and then family participated, and people in the public space in Gwangju in Korea. In Korea, it was for us very touching as well, because friends would then caress each other's faces, and they would say, like, we are best friends, but we never touched before.
Wow.
So this is a cultural thing. And then they said, and now I feel much closer to my friend. So for us, these moments are very important. So that's why we developed it, in the bottom of it, in the basis of it. It's
But it also connects to presenting it here in nowhere, and yeah, we can be very close to each other, but we cannot touch.
Yeah.
So what is touched as a part of, and how does this work? I can play with that. That makes it, I think, very valuable to make this into a sort of communal shared experience and develop next steps. So, and also to give the audience that is watching a kind of agency by giving them a heartbeat. We hope that it is not only just a peep show, but that it's something more.
well, this is the whole thing about intimacy. That to feel intimate, you need not only the self-disclosure of the kiss or the vulnerability of embodiment. You also need, in fact, proximity, and you need social support. So if we kiss, we need both to be vulnerable, but also to support each other in the same movement, in fact. So once you do this in a larger participatory form, this agency of being responsible for the other must be part of it. And so it's important that some of you have this heartbeat to end. And if not, it becomes a consequence of this very strange situation. We're looking at watching us and nothing more. Right? But it's nice to see, but it's, I think, the ability to participate and have responsibility in it is crucial to intimacy, to being human.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm delighted by the kind of the thing that we found in this particular space of bringing people up into the air.
In the sky.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
it was
really
very,
nice.
very beautiful. Yeah.
Which only
That's
this space could have done, but it was a nice discovery.
Yeah.
Well, we are very excited to have you all here in the virtual space in such a beautiful environment. And
Well, thank you for sharing this with us. Thank you for kissing with us, for us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for hosting us.
Yes.
And I think we will be ready to wrap up soon. They will give me some signal, but please hang out, and we will watch some things and probably say a few last words to everyone who's there with us.
Is there a sense
Say again?
Are we going to hang out here, or where are we going to meet?
We're staying here. Try to mute yourself if you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're seeing a lot of sound reverb, so the more people can mute themselves, the more we can cut
I'll
down.
mute it. Yeah.
Okay.
Many thanks. Lovely to experience all of this today. I'm going to skedaddle, but it's been lovely to meet you all. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you for joining us for all
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you. Kijk, dit is de...
And I believe they will play some video for us. So, Paul, let's start with you. Your piece is work of each of these artists. So, Paul, let's start with you. Your piece is a collaborative piece with Katelyn Halpern, and titled Living Room. It's a video piece. So tell us a little bit about how this work fits into like your larger body of work, and then also like what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so thanks. It's really exciting to share this. Katelyn and I know each other from a few years back, and she comes from a background in dance, and I come from a background in musical composition. But like everyone else, our like practices have blurred a little bit. We both are writers, we both are performers, we both are visual artists in some way. And I think over the last year, we went from a collaboration that was like a very physical, in-person in the room, kind of gestural work, to thinking about how we can work in this new medium where we can actually be in the same room. So we started making this video work together. Yeah, we just got super into what it would be like to spend a lot of extra time on Final Cut and make dance that way. Yeah, I think it's an evolution of like both our skill set as video and artistic creators, but also flexing like a little bit of movement muscle, a little bit of writing muscle. Yeah.
And how, what was the germ of the idea that made this particular piece, this weird living room situation?
Yeah, I think we've both been really interested in domestic and like the domestic world, and how we're just like really trapped in that. Not trapped. I mean, we're just there for a long time. So, yeah, what are the insecurities? What are the anxieties? What are the pleasures and joys of like being in the same room with like the same person for months and months at a time?
Which we all understand so well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we didn't mean it to be a COVID piece, but it's the only thing in our brains, right? It's the fact that we can't leave and touch anybody. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay, and let's also hear a bit from Malena. Your piece is an opera piece called If I Were With You. Did I get that right?
While you are with me.
While you are with me. It's definitely something about reaching across to someone else. So at least I remembered the spirit of the title.
Totally.
So talk to us about your own body of work and how this piece fits into that.
I come from opera. I've been a singer for many years, and in the last few years I started and making my own my own work. I mean, directing in general, just canonic repertoire, opera, not new opera, but classical opera. Always interested in interactive technology and the use of technology and innovation for old repertoire. This piece is like a little exercise. I've been interested once in this technology that interacts with sound and with movement. And I've been inspired now during the pandemic on plants. I've been growing lots of plants at home with seeds of the stuff we eat. I plant and I have all kinds of amazing growth. The plants seem to be very happy to have us in the apartment. And I discovered I've been doing a lot of experiments on the issue of plants moving. Just in a very different speed than we do, but they do. So it's just, we think of them as static just because they have such a different speed than we do. And now that we are all stuck inside, somehow that distance became smaller. So I'm sharing today one little experiment with this movement of plants, but I've been doing all kinds of other crazy time lapses here with my own plants at home. So yeah, that's where I'm sharing today. A very classical song that has all kinds of connotations with the issue of sanity and the issue of and this company of the plants moving with us.
So you wouldn't think of it. What's so very striking for me, and having both of you here to talk to, is seeing each of these pieces. Initially, you wouldn't think that there's commonalities, but already just in hearing you talk, I'm hearing commonalities about movement, about domesticity, and the other thing I wanted to say, which has been revelatory just as the show is coming together, was just realizing visually very different aesthetics, and then how beautifully each of these pieces work against this gorgeous forest environment. And it felt with both pieces that they were made for this place in such a beautiful way. But I wanted to hear from both of you, from each of you actually, about our theme, about sanity, and where you see each of these works within that theme. Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, so sanity, I guess, like the first thing that comes up is repetition of little tasks, right? Like that's like the way to keep sane, or the way to go insane, has something to do with repetition. And so that's something really interesting about if our world is smaller and there's less we can do, we have to, I think you said it perfectly, move at a different pace, just do things more often on repeat, or enjoy the very, very small motions that are your life a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The song I sing, it's actually that the name of the piece is Bis du bei mir, while you're with me. It's a classic. It's one of Bach's most famous songs, part of the Anna Magdalena book. It basically says, while you're with me, I can go in peace. And it's so it's a song that many people have interpreted in different ways, and in memorials, it's related to death. That I can go to heaven. Sometimes it's done from a religious point of view. Sometimes it can be interpreted as more like a intimate, erotic kind of poetry. I thought it just talks about intimacy and transcendence. So yeah, I thought it was very close to all these boundaries we are on the inside, facing the situation. And yeah, that's why I thought it met with the issue of sanity.
Yeah. And then I'm also curious for both of you, how this experience of being in this space, what previous kinds of experiences do you have to compare, and how this particular experience has been? I mean, you've both been kind of moving around in here and checking it out, and
playing in the treehouse.
Playing in the treehouse.
I love it. I think it's an awesome space. Filled with possibilities, and just the fact that it's still developing and growing. I feel like I just saw one little corner. It is.
Yeah, I tried to make a cloud city earlier. It was failed.
Wait,
I don't know.
Wait, how do you make a cloud city?
I don't know. I just, when I logged in, it was like, make a cloud city. I was like, all right, I'll make a cloud city. But I think like the playful nature is really, that's like very exciting. The thing that's like most exciting, I think, about VR is that, and any kind of world building is why people like D&Ds, why people like, it's just like the possibilities seem to be endless, and you can. Katelyn said it beautifully. Like the impish nature of people can come out in these kind of in these environments, because there's like tons to explore. There's tons to try to disrupt, which is always fun.
Yeah. Okay, well, I normally we'd open this up to our audience, but since we don't have an audience yet here, they'll be seeing this afterwards.
That's better.
But
they can come say hi afterwards.
but you'll both be wandering around in the space, and hopefully by the time the audience is seeing this, they will have already said hello to you and chatted and played around in the space. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
So honored.
Pretty exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can also just wrap up. I think we did. I think we did a good
Yeah.
job. That was a nice wrap up. So
Yeah, let's wrap it up. I think it was a good night, and we'll talk soon.
I think. Okay. Goodbye. I think, Kat, we should say goodbye though to the audience here. Bye.
Or is there still an audience? Is there still an audience, or is there only us?
It's only us.
Okay.
Yes. Bye.
Okay. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's the sound on your end is really overwhelming, and so it keeps blowing my eardrums out. So,
okay. That's reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Bye. Too loud. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.